Everyone in Lake Briar thought Evan Hale was a genius. Not the loud kind. Not the flashy kind. The quiet kind, the type who solved problems before anyone else even noticed there was a problem. He was a systems engineer at a private tech firm outside Chicago. Methodical. Precise. Married to Claire Hale for 7 years. From the outside, they looked like the kind of couple people envied. No scandals, no shouting in public, no drama. That's why when Claire Hale was found dead in their kitchen on a rainy Tuesday morning, the entire town froze. Because nothing about it looked accidental. And nothing about Evan looked capable of murder. Claire's body was found by Evan himself at 6:42 a.m. He told police he came downstairs for coffee before work and saw her lying on the floor near the counter. No signs of forced entry. No weapon nearby. No blood spatter on the walls. Just Claire on her back, eyes open, one arm bent under her. Cause of death at first glance? Blunt force trauma to the head. It looked like she slipped, hit the corner of the counter, and died. A tragic accident. But accidents don't usually come with this detail. Her phone was missing. Evan gave a calm, clean statement. He and Claire had dinner the night before. Watched TV. Went to bed around 11. He claimed he slept through the night and only discovered her body in the morning. No argument. No tension. No motive. He even passed the lie detector. The local police closed the case in 72 hours. Cause of death, accidental fall. Everyone believed it. Everyone except one person. Detective Mara Voss. Mara Voss had been a homicide detective for 14 years. She'd seen fake accidents before, the kind staged to look natural, untraceable, perfect. And this one felt too clean. No fingerprints out of place. No defensive wounds. No mess. It didn't look like chaos. It looked like control. She pulled the autopsy report herself. And that's when she saw it. Claire didn't just hit her head. She'd been drugged. Low levels of zolpidem, a sleeping medication, in her bloodstream. Not enough to kill her. But enough to make her weak. Disoriented. Unsteady. Enough to make a fall, likely. Mara reopened the file quietly. She pulled phone records. Claire's phone had last pinged at 1:17 a.m. At a tower 2 miles from the house. That made no sense. If Claire went to bed at 11, why was her phone active 2 hours later? And why wasn't it in the house?
Then she looked at Evan's phone. At 1:15 a.m., he'd made a 22-second call. To Claire's number. From inside the house. Why would a man call his wife's phone, when she was supposedly sleeping beside him? Unless she wasn't. Mara pulled security footage from a neighbor's camera across the street. At 1:19 a.m., a figure in a hooded jacket exited the Hale house. Carrying something. Small. Rectangular. A phone. The figure walked calmly to a parked sedan. And drove away. The license plate. Registered to Evan Hale. Financial records told the real story. Claire had recently changed her life insurance policy. She removed Evan as the sole beneficiary. She added her sister instead. Evan didn't know that. Yet. But he did know something else. Claire had filed for divorce 2 weeks earlier. The papers were still in her laptop, unopened. She never got the chance to serve them. Mara reconstructed the night. Evan slipped zolpidem into Claire's tea. Waited until she was dizzy, slow, unsteady. Led her into the kitchen. He didn't push her. He let her fall. But when she didn't hit hard enough, he finished it. One controlled strike. Clean. No blood spray. No struggle. Then he took her phone. Drove 2 miles. Powered it on. powered it off, threw it into a retention pond, came home, went to bed, and in the morning, he found her. A perfect murder. No weapon. No witnesses. No forced entry. No chaos. Just tragedy. Evan thought logic would save him. He forgot one thing. Grief isn't logical. Claire's sister, Naomi, had kept one voicemail. A message Claire recorded the night she died. It was timestamped 12:58 a.m. Claire's voice was shaky. "Naomi, if anything happens to me, it's not an accident. Evan's been acting strange. Please, don't believe him." That voicemail never went through. But it stayed saved. Mara brought Evan in again. This time, she didn't ask questions. She laid out the facts. The phone pings. The drug. The footage. The voicemail. Evan didn't cry. He didn't yell. He just sat there. And said one sentence. "I calculated everything. But I didn't calculate her." Evan Hale was charged with first-degree murder. His defense argued accident. The prosecution showed the plan. They showed the footage. They played Claire's voice. The courtroom went silent. Even Evan stopped breathing when he heard it. The jury took 4 hours. Verdict, guilty. Sentence, life without parole. Evan never looked at the judge. He stared at the floor. The place where his perfect plan finally broke. They said Evan Hale committed the perfect murder. But perfection depends on one thing. Silence. And Claire refused to stay silent. Just a quiet man in an orange jumpsuit, walking into a concrete world where control didn't belong to him anymore. He didn't fight his conviction. He didn't appeal. He didn't even ask for leniency. He simply disappeared into prison. And for a while, the case faded. Claire's sister Naomi moved out of Lake Briar. Detective Mara Voss closed the file. The town tried to forget. But murder doesn't stay buried. Not the kind that pretends to be perfect. 18 months later, Mara received a handwritten letter at her office. No return address. Just 3 words written in tight, careful script. "You were right." Inside the envelope was a second sheet. "I didn't just kill my wife. I proved something. And now I'm paying for it. If you want the rest of the truth, come see me." It was signed. Evan Hale. Mara didn't want to go. She already had the truth. Or so she thought. When Mara arrived, Evan looked thinner. Older. His eyes had lost that clean, logical shine. Prison had taken his sharpness and replaced it with something raw. He didn't smile when Mara sat across from him. "I didn't ask you here for forgiveness," he said. "I asked you here because you missed something." Mara didn't respond. He leaned forward. "You proved I planned it. You proved I staged it. You proved motive. But you never proved when I decided to kill her." Mara's jaw tightened. "What are you saying?" Evan's voice dropped. "I didn't plan to kill Claire that night." He told her everything. The tea. The argument. The file on her laptop. Evan admitted he found the divorce papers after dinner, while Claire was in the shower. He opened her laptop. Saw his name. Saw the word petition. And something snapped. Not rage. Not panic. Control. "I couldn't lose," he said. "I don't lose. Ever." So he slipped the pill into her tea. Not to kill her. Just to slow her down. To talk. To fix things. But when she stumbled in the kitchen and hit her head, he froze. "She didn't die," he whispered. She was still breathing. Mara felt her stomach turn. "And you finished it," she said. Evan nodded. I chose it. Evan believed the case was over. But Naomi didn't. Claire's sister never accepted the official story, not fully. Even after the conviction, something about the timing still felt wrong to her. So she hired a private digital forensic analyst. And that's where the Real bombshell came from. Claire had sent one more message the night she died. Not a voicemail. A draft email. Unsent. Saved automatically by her laptop at 1:03 a.m. It was addressed to Evan. Subject line. If you're reading this, it's too late. The body. Evan. You think you're smarter than everyone. You think you can control the outcome. But I know what you've been doing. The money. The accounts. The fake investments. I was going to turn everything over tomorrow. You don't get to decide how this ends anymore. Mara reopened the case again, not for murder. For financial fraud. Evan had been stealing from his company for years. Small amounts. Smartly hidden. Claire had discovered it. And that's what actually sealed her fate. Not the divorce. Not the insurance. The exposure. Mara returned to prison one last time. She brought the printed email. Slid it across the table. Evan read it. Slowly. Carefully. And for the first time, he broke. Not crying. Shaking. You see now. Mara said. She wasn't running from you. She was about to destroy you. Evan stared at the page. She beat me, he whispered. Yes, Mara replied. And that's what you couldn't accept. 6 months later, Evan Hale was found dead in his cell. No signs of struggle. No suicide note. Just a man lying still, eyes open, the same way Claire had been found. Cause of death, heart failure. But the prison guards knew the truth. Evan had stopped eating. Stopped speaking. Stopped sleeping. The man who once calculated everything. Finally lost control. Evan Hale thought he could design the perfect murder. But he made one fatal mistake. He thought the story ended when Claire died. It didn't. It ended when the truth finished him.
If this story moved you, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs to hear this lesson. More true crime stories coming soon.